Very warm welcome from Utkarsh. I am Ajit and today I am going to talk about a very important person which plays a very important role in our life. Of course, yes, you can see from the picture I am having a farmer. It is almost a god for us guys. Why God? Because farmer gives us that thing which is very important for us, and that is of course food. The food which we eat, of course that food is coming from the fields and from the crops, and these crops are we are getting these crops from the farmers. Because of these farmers we can eat food and we can sleep very properly. Now today we'll be studying about a farmer lifestyle. How does a farmer, what does a farmer do in the field, what are the practices that a farmer do, and what science have done something very special for farmers. And because of science, farmers are doing their work very properly and without any hesitations and in a very speedy manner. So we will be talking about some traditional things and latest technologies which has came now, and these technologies are playing a very important role in the life of farmers. So first of all, I want to salute all the farmers. Because of these farmers we can sleep all night and we can eat food. If I talk about Indian farmers, we have a huge number of farmers and we people should be feeling proud that these farmers are not only giving food to the Indians, the farmers of India are giving food to the entire world. If I say the food is being transferred, the crops are transferred to all the countries. So let's talk about the chapter we have is the crop production and management. We will be studying about the crops which a farmer produce and the methods which are used while producing these crops. So first let's start with two types of crops. Basically we have the very important one. I will be simply saying two types of crops. Types of crops. Now we know that we have 12 months in a year. Starting from January till December we have 12 months. Now the first month, for if I say Jan, Feb till I say December, we can plant two types of crops. In the entire 12 months we can plant two types of crops. I can simply say that I have two types of crops. The first one I have is Rabi crops and the second one I have is Kharif crops. Now what is the difference between Rabi crops and Kharif crops? We'll be simply studying one difference, and that difference, if I say Rabi crops, they are grown in the winter season. That means in the month of October. And if I talk about Kharif crops, these are grown in the rainy season, and in India we have rainy season in the month of almost June. Now since I have grown the crops in the month of October, that means I have to do lots of things. I have to give water, I have to remove the unwanted plants, I have to use some fertilizers, some manures, lots of things a farmer does. And once the crops are ripened, or if I say matured, we simply cut those crops. And if I have grown the crops in the month of October, I will need 3 to 4 months, and finally after that particular time frame finally the crops will be ready for harvesting. So Rabi crops are harvested in the month of April, almost if I say 5 months. If I talk about Kharif crops, they are harvested in the month of October. Now sometimes if I say Rabi crops are grown in the month of October, but basically I have that Rabi crops, if I see in the books, I have November, because it totally depends upon the rain, or if I say the preparation of the land. Whenever the land is being prepared, we simply grow the crops. You have to remember the word November, because in examination if you get a question you have to write about November. And when are these harvested? In the month of April. If I talk about Kharif crops, these are sown in the month of June and harvested in the month of October. Very, very, very simple definition. Now let's talk about some examples. Rabi crops, examples, if I say, I have wheat, I have gram, two I have given. I want you to tell me two more types of, or if I say examples of Rabi crops. Kharif, I will be giving examples. What are the examples of Kharif? I will be having paddy, cotton. Two examples you have to give me. That is the two types of crops which we have studied. Now let's talk about what agriculture practices will be a farmer doing. Now, for example, in the month of November, a farmer has sown the crop. Now till the time of April comes, what the farmer will be doing in the field, I will be telling you each and everything. Just what in a story manner. What happened is, yesterday I had a dream in my night. In the night time I had a dream, and in that dream I was a farmer. Yes, I'll be showing you a picture. I was a farmer yesterday in my dream, and what I have done is, I was having a huge field in my village. I simply went to my village and I asked my friend, how should I plant crops and what practices should I do? So he told me about each and every practice. I will be telling you those practices, and the entire chapter will be finished. You will be coming to know about each and everything what a farmer do. First of all, he told me that I have to prepare the land. That means the land which I was having was kept for a longer period of time, and that land was very hard. You might have seen sometimes a playground. That playground is very, very, very hard. If you try to sow crops inside that playground, you will never get crops, just because, see why. Now this is my ground. If this ground is very hard, if I put some crops inside this, now if I put some crops, what will happen is, these crops will not be able to, first of all, absorb the water. Secondary, they'll not able to breathe properly, because there will be no air going inside and coming outside. And this is the reason why, first of all, what I have to do is, I have to lose this soil. Now what I'll do is, I'll simply lose this soil. Now how will I lose this soil? By different ways. So let's talk about the losing of soil. How can I lose the soil? Nowadays, if I say in modern days, we have, grown up, science have grown a lot. So we have latest method, and if I say we have cultivators. Cultivators nowadays are used to simply lose the soil. I'll show you a picture of a cultivator. How this is the cultivator, which is attached with a tractor, and when this tractor moves, simply this cultivator moves inside the soil, and whenever this tractor moves, the soil is loosened. Now I'll be showing you a picture wherein in previous times how people used to do is, this was the very important instrument which was used by, in a traditional time, long time back. This is a wooden plug which was simply used by a farmer. This is the plug share, and this is the plug shaft, and this one is the beam. Now I have three parts: plug share, plug shaft, and a beam. This beam used to be placed on the animals. Now when the animals used to move, this plug share used to be inside the field, soil, and they used to drag this shaft, and once they used to move, the soil used to be loosened. So simply in the previous times, people used to simply do by a wooden plug, and this was very cheaper, but very, very, very time consuming. So if I say nowadays we have simple cultivators, in a very short period of time, a huge land can be cultivated. Now, if I talk about preparation of land, I have prepared the land. Now how I have prepared the land? Simply by losing the soil. Very simple. Now once I have prepared the land, what I have to do is, I have to provide the crops, or if I say the seeds, inside the soil. I have fully prepared the soil. I have made the soil loosen. Now I have to put the seeds inside the soil. That process of providing seeds is called as sowing of seeds. Yes, very simple. Now if I talk about previous time again, how people used to do it, people used to simply scatter the seeds, like you used to collect the seeds inside their hand, and they used to scatter in front of, if I say, animals used to move in same manner that the plug share used to move, and they used to scatter the seeds. Nowadays we have seed drills which are used for sowing of the crops. If I show you a picture, a scattering of seeds, you can see a person is simply scattering the seeds, if I say. And because of this, what used to happen is, at some places in the field there used to be a huge amount of crops, somewhere they used to be simple, barren land. But with the help of seed drills, we can get uniform crops. Uniform how means, for example, this is my entire field. Now for example, this is my field. Now inside this field, if I am growing some crops just in this manner, that means uniformly, and this can be done only with the help of the seed drills. Now once these, if I say these are uniform, what will happen is my crops will be growing perfectly. Why? Because each and every crop will be getting equal amount of nutrition, equal amount of water, equal amount of space. But if I talk about the scattering of seed, what used to be happen is, simply somewhere there used to be lots of crops just like this, and somewhere it used to be no crops. So because of this, some plants were not getting the exact amount of nutrients and water, and some were getting very excess amount. So latest technologies are very, 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 very good. Now after sowing of the crops, this is the seed drills. You can see that this is my seed drill, which is attached with the tractor again. Now once the seed drills are used, crops are grown very uniformly. Next, talk about after sowing of the crops. Now I have prepared the land, I have provided the seed inside the soil. Now after doing that, the plant required, of course, water. You might have sometimes seen your neighborhoods, your friends, your families, everyone giving water to the plants. Why? Because water is very, very important, of course, for us. Same manner, we have to irrigate the crops. That means I have to provide water to the crops, just because water is very important for every one of us. The process of providing water is called as irrigation. I can simply write what irrigation is: the process of providing water to the plant or water to the crops. Very simple. Process of providing water to the crops is called as irrigation. If I again talk about the previous time, now all these things my friend have told me when I was sleeping yesterday night in my dreams. My friend has told me everything what I have to do if I have to get huge crops. He told me, first of all, I have to prepare soil, of course, yes. He told me then I have to sow the crops. I have done that. After sowing, what I have to do is I have to give water. Now watering is, if I talk about previous times there used to be different methods. If I talk about chain pump method, you can see we have Dekli method, we have Rahat method. So these were the only methods used in previous times simply to irrigate the crops. But if I talk about today's time, that means science has grown up a lot. We have lots of technologies. First irrigation method I have is sprinkler method. You have surely seen this method in the playgrounds or somewhere. Simply what happen is, this is my ground. I will be laying down the pipes like this and a perpendicular pipe like this. Now what will be happening is, that perpendicular pipe will be having a nozzle, and that nozzle used to rotate at a particular interval. and once the water comes out and the nozzle is rotating, the water will be spreading all over the field, and that too uniformly. See how, for example, this is my again my field. Now if this is my nozzle, these are my nozzles, sorry, not nozzle, these are my pipes. On this pipes I am having nozzles. Now what will happen is these nozzles will be spreading water in a particular area, right? Now we know that this area has been irrigated, and that too uniformly. After some time I will be using these pipes at this place, then this place, then this place. Slowly and slowly my entire crops will be getting water, and that too will be in an equal amount. But in the previous times, people used to not be able to provide the water in equal proportions. That is why engineers have done a huge hard work, and we have given the farmers a different methods so that they can get good amount of crops, and they can provide irrigation, they can provide water to the crops uniformly. Second, after sprinkler method, we have a very important and very amazing method, that is drip irrigation method. See what used to happen is, this is my, for example, my crop. Simply what pipes used to be laid down, and there used to be small holes inside these pipes. Now when water used to move, water used to come out from these holes, and since this pipe is just nearby the plant, or if I say crops, the water used to go away straight into the roots, and there was no wastage of water. I have seen in my dreams yesterday, I have adopted this method, and there was no wastage of the water. Simply my crops can take that water, and this method is called as drip irrigation methods. Now I have done few practices. I have sown the crops, I have prepared the land, I have given the water to the crops. Now in my dream I have seen that there are some unwanted crops in my main crops, and these unwanted crops are not at all useful for me, because I don't want these things. These are not crops, these are plants, sorry if I say. In my main crop I have seen lots of unwanted plants. Now these plants are taking water of my crops, these plants are also taking nutrients from my crops, also they are taking space. So I had a plan. I thought that I can take out these unwanted plants, and these unwanted plants are called as weeds. Simply these are called as weeds. I have to remove all these weeds so that my main crop can live very happily. Now that process of removing out these unwanted plants from my main crops, this process is called as weeding. If I talk about weeding, the next process, I can show you a picture. Now for example, this is my main crop, and this was the unwanted crop. If I say unwanted plant, which was not at all useful for me, and it was taking nutrients and water and space, that is why I have removed it and I have thrown it out. This process of removing the unwanted plants, or if I say weeds, this is called as weed. Removing of these weeds, a process is called as weeding. I hope it's very clear. Now I have done lots of hard work. Finally the time will come that yes, my crops are matured enough and ripened enough, so I can simply cut those crops now. Now the process of cutting the crops is called as harvesting. Now I can show you a picture. This is my latest and modern technology which scientists have given to the farmers. In a fractions of time, if I say, lots of crops can be harvested. That means lots of crops can be cutted down, and farmer is very happy that yes, huge amount of field has been harvested in very few minutes, or if I say few hours. But in the traditional time, people used to cut by hands, so lots of time used to be wasted. But now, since we have a time of science, we have lots of technologies. we can simply cut down these crops in a very short period of time. This process is called as harvesting. I can simply say that harvesting is cutting off crops. Very simple method, cutting off crops. Now, for example, if I have grown a wheat, this is my, for example, a wheat crop which I have grown. Now, while cutting, what I will be doing is I will be cutting it from this portion. This portion is my cutting portion. I have cutted the wheat from this portion, but I only require the seeds of the wheat, of course, yes. So seeds are present here. Now the extra amount of thing which is left, I have to remove that thing, right? Now this extra amount of thing is called as husk. This is my husk. I have to remove my seeds from the husk. That process of removing the main seeds, removing the main seeds from the husk is called as threshing. Threshing is the process in which we simply, what we do is we remove the crops from the husk. Now once I remove the crops, I will be having my main crops which I was waiting for a longer period of time, and I am very, very, very happy. But there is one more step which is left, and what that step is, I have to take these crops at my home. I have to store these crops very, very, very properly so that my lots of hard work is not wasted. If for example rain comes or any animals come, some microorganisms can also harm my crops, so I have to simply store all these crops very properly. Farmers simply store in a jute bags, but if I talk about huge amount of crops, these are if I say stored in silos and granaries. I'll show you a picture of silos and granaries where the crops are stored. This is my granary. You can see that my crops are very much safe and safe from all the things like water, microorganisms. These are my silos. Very simple. Now finally, in my dream, I have got a huge amount of crops. The hard work which I have done in my dream was very, very interesting and unbelievable. I have never done that much hard work. You have done the entire chapter, the entire practices. I want you to simply tell me how the farmer is, what is the life cycle of farmer, is the farmer happy or not, and is the farmer working for us or not. You have to tell me each and everything. Whatever your comments are for the farmers, you have to tell me, and whatever the comments are for me, you can also tell me that. Thank you so much. It was a pleasure talking to you guys. Thank you and have a nice day.